Hello, everyone. Welcome to our last session on digitizing Indian auto retail. In the first two sessions, we learned about an auto buyer's journey, discovering that 20 out of the 23 touch points are digital, and majority of the buyers in tier 2 and tier 3 cities rely on YouTube before purchasing a vehicle, and how you can get started with your digitization journey. We also looked at fundamentals of hyperlocal marketing and tips for business listing creation and your local website. Today, we plan to build a hyperlocal strategy to build your brand, engage with your prospective customers, and generate more leads. But before we jump into it, allow me to introduce your facilitators for today. We have with us Mr. Jehan Madan, Senior Analytical Lead for Automotive Industry in India, Ms. Kanika Jain, Video Specialist to help you build your brand, Mr. Sajit Nair, Display Specialist to help you with communicating others effectively and driving leads, and Ms. Anjuman Bhatt, Measurement Specialist to help you understand the impact of your marketing efforts. I would request you all to engage throughout the session and ask your questions in the chat box. Now, without any further delay, I would like to hand over to Jehan to start the learning process. Over to you, Jehan.
Thank you, Arindam. Hello, everyone, and thank you for joining us again today. Before we learn more about how digital marketing can help you drive your business objectives, let's recap some of the learnings from webinar 2. Hyperlocal marketing makes it possible for you to reach your most valuable customers in your vicinity to ensure that every ad served is to a highly relevant audience. As opposed to the traditional spray and pay method, Hyperlocal approach aims to deliver more leads while building your brand visibility within your sales territory. The first step on your hyperlocal journey is that of building a digital storefront. As customers begin their journey online, your Google My Business profile, along with a localized website, is the foundation of your hyperlocal strategy. We spoke about tools and techniques such as the Google My Business Insights dashboard and Test My Site that can help you set up for success and be in control of how customers interact with your business. When users who are in your vicinity search for a car dealership on either Google Search or Google Maps, they'll probably reach your Google My Business profile. Take control of what information users see about your business. Make sure your business information such as phone numbers and store timings are up to date. This helps users easily find the information they're looking for. Try to respond to reviews within 48 hours of receiving them. This can be done on the Google My Business app. Add posts, offers, and events to your profile to liven it up. Post up-to-date images to give users a visual walkthrough of your showroom. Use the messaging or post feature to seamlessly connect with users in real time. And finally, use Google My Business Insights to understand how customers are interacting with your business. Next, we looked at how to build a strong digital storefront using your own dealer website. User interaction is key, and keeping in mind that more than 90% of users will probably be on mobile, there are 3 important pillars to keep in mind. Your website should be fast, goal-oriented, and search-friendly. Check your site speed, and remember, the faster your website, the more likely you are to convert prospects into buyers. Optimize your website to meet your business goals, be it form fills or dial-ins. Make sure the experience is easy and performance-oriented. Lastly, it should be search-friendly so that users can easily find your website on organic search rankings. And last but not least, the importance of collaborating with the OEM. This not only provides a more seamless experience for the customer, but also allows you to leverage OEM level best-in-class practices. A centralized effort with Google support can help you drive better results for your business. With that, let's understand how to build a marketing strategy based on your objectives. As you recall, we had introduced a four-pronged strategy to help understand and reach the omni-channel buyer. Today, we will discuss how to reach your customer with your brand message and engage with them throughout their online journey, from research to purchase. And finally, we will discuss how to correctly and accurately measure the results from your digital campaigns and make use of Google's powerful insights to help you increase your overall efficiencies. People across India are taking to digital platforms to make their daily lives easier and more convenient. Today, there are more than 500 million internet users spanning the length and breadth of India. These users are increasingly spending time on consuming their favorite content on sites and apps in a large number of different languages. Using the power of Google's products, you can accurately reach the most valuable customers and engage with them across their omni-channel path to purchase. Google Ads lets you reach customers when they're searching for their favorite products or services, watching videos on YouTube, looking for places on maps, or just browsing and reading online. And with powerful intent signals across multiple digital touchpoints, nobody can help you do this better than Google. Today, as we go through this session, we'll cover all the key areas of a typical marketing funnel. The top of the funnel is where we look at creating awareness. Here, our objective will be to reach a large number of people who are physically within your sales territory to make them aware of your business. The middle section of the funnel is where we aim to increase consideration for your services or the products you offer. This stage is critical as data shows that more than 85% of new car buyers take up to 2 months to decide which car they'd like to buy. Targeting relevant users at this stage of the funnel can help you nurture more customers and move them lower down the funnel. Lastly, the bottom of the funnel is where our objective will be to generate high quality leads and, of course, drive more sales. It's important to remember that no matter which stage of the funnel your campaign is in, there are a few fundamentals that we must keep in mind. We like to call it a matter of fact. And by fact, we mean format. Google Ads allows you to reach users using multiple ad formats, from text ads, video ads, display ads, to name a few. Choosing the right format with the right messaging is important for your ads to be able to stand out and be noticed by your audience. Audience. Across our products, there are a number of targeting and intent signals that you can leverage. This allows you to reach customers who are looking for a car or researching about the products and services that you offer. Creatives. The actual ad creative, as is with any other ad format, is still very critical. Making sure your ad is eye-catching and interesting is key to making sure you stand out online. And lastly, tracking. Are you measuring the correct campaign KPIs? Are they meeting your business goals? Making sure that your campaigns are set up with the right KPIs from the start enables you to analyze your campaign performance better and together optimize your campaigns for better performance. But before we do that, it's time for a quick Slido. Request everyone to please log on to slido.com from your phones or your desktop and enter the code that you see on your screen. You can also alternatively scan the QR code. So this quiz is for us to help us, to help us understand you better and where you stand today before we move into the rest of the session. So just to repeat, would request everyone to please visit slido.com and enter the code on your screen. You can also scan the QR code. While we wait for everyone to come into the Slido and start answering the question, okay, I see that we already have some answers. So just to recap what today's question is, we're starting with understanding what all are the marketing activities that that you are currently doing on digital. So our options are Google search, using Facebook ads, using display and image ads, email marketing, and of course, video ads. Some very interesting close answers at the moment. However, I do notice that we currently have not everybody on the Slido. So hopefully we have more participants joining the Slido as well. So it's very close between Google search and Facebook. Interesting answers. I think with this, I think today's session, we hope is really going to help maybe change this around or get a deeper understanding of both display and video and how you can go about leveraging that for your business. I would just like to add, while we get responses coming in throughout the session, please feel free to drop in your questions into the comment box. We'll be doing a live Q&A towards the end, and we'll try and answer as many questions as possible. So throughout the session, as me and my colleagues are presenting, please feel free to drop your questions in the chat box. We'll give it a minute more before we close out. So yes, it does clearly look like both Google search as well as Facebook ads are being leveraged today. And as I said, hopefully as the session gets over and as part of this 3-part webinar, hopefully we see a lot more of you leveraging the power of video ads on YouTube as well as display ads across the Google Display Network. All right, so thank you for your responses so far. I'd now like to hand over to Kanika, my colleague, who will help you understand how you can build, beginning to build your brand presence online and also create awareness amongst customers near you. Thank you.
Thanks, Jihan, for the quick recap and letting our audiences know the fundamental principles to create the right marketing strategy for the dealership. I'm Kanika, and I'm here to unravel the mystery of how to build your brand with Google. Keeping with the fundamentals of fact, you may now wonder what are the right formats that will help you deliver the right branding strategy for your dealership. First up is videos. Videos can help your potential customers immerse themselves and know more about your brand. You could use videos to promote an in-showroom launch, like the video on the left, or you could even walk them through your dealership, so you see no more static images. What is even more interesting is when you advertise using videos on YouTube, you can choose to pay for the video ad only when someone watches it. Isn't that so great? Beyond videos, you can also leverage vivid images, moving images, and images even with your listings, all trying to attract the customers when they are on websites of the choice. In fact, we can also help you to showcase all different car features directly in your ads, be it information about your location, like on the left, or addresses and even fully immersive images like the Ford example on the right. Again, all without a website. All these ways through which you can create this entire immersive experiences can be led through videos or could be done through display images. People always ask, do we always need a website or do we always need an ad format? Not really. You can also leverage Google My Business listing and display what's new on your dealership, what is the latest product offering, an updated offer, and even an upcoming event of a launch, all with the GMB listing and add more images there. It is a very attractive and powerful tool for building your brand. Lots of clients ask us, why branding? Why do we need a video? Especially the ones who are focused on performance, leads, and walk-ins, just like you all. My answer to them is generating interest and curiosity about your dealership, about your brand, is like a gold mine in this digital age. Once people know about you and what you have to offer, you can leverage this interest through search. Let me help you with an example. This ad on the left-hand side is that of the MI phone. The telephone brand ran a YouTube campaign reaching out to 100 million plus potential customers in just 9 days. But what is more interesting is what happened a week into the campaign. They saw a 20% increase in brand searches, 23% increase in product-related searches, and 7% increase in conversion rates. So, a branding activity actually leading into performance for your campaigns. Search, hence, tabled along with that of video and display strategies, or I must say, search used along with videos and display to improve your brand can really help in driving the right performance for your campaigns. Search could be generic in nature or could be vernacular in nature, really capturing the interest of people around your locality, or it could even be branded keywords. So we heard about F of the fact, which is formats. What about A, that is the audience? For building awareness, you need to ensure that you aren't going very narrow and speaking to only those 5 people who already know about you. Awareness is all about making more people aware about your brand, right? So you can use these 3 types of audiences to ensure you are using branding formats in the most effective manner. One is your own data. When I say your own data, it means email IDs or phone numbers of people who might have visited your dealership but did not buy. The second is built by Google audiences. Herein, we're using multiple signals to identify the right target audience for you. Signals across the search behavior, content viewership on YouTube or on different sites, activity on Google Maps, Play Store, etc. You can use these signals to identify people who are close to your dealership, or you could use these signals to find people who are in market for a specific kind of a car. The third audience signal that you can use is a custom data. Imagine a world where you could mix these 2 sets of your own data and built by Google to create a unique audience. Like, you know the websites your customer is visiting, or you know the kind of videos they might be watching. So you could combine these 2 and create your own custom affinity. These 3 types of targeting will help you reach out to more and more customers who can then get to know more and more about your dealership. So we spoke about F, the format, A, the audience. Now coming to the C, which is the creatives of the fact. When I started off and started talking about videos, many of you must have wondered, I don't have a video. So now we have a new tool called Video Ad Builder, which helps you create a video from simple layouts and even provides you with background music. Let us play the video for you to understand it better.
So you want to reach your customers on YouTube, but what if you don't have a video ad? Or the resources to produce different video ads regularly? Meet Video Builder, an easy, fast, and free way to turn your images and marketing messages into compelling, high-impact video ads. Each video created through Video Builder has been designed to meet a high bar for creative quality. We also make it easy for you to follow YouTube's guidelines for effective ads. Follow these steps for making a video with Video Builder. First, select the layout that works best for your goal. Next, add your brand color and logo. Now the fun begins. Use the storyboard panel to help construct your story and see how your images and text will map to different points in the video. For example, image 3 will appear here, and your call to action will appear here. When entering images, we'll recommend the right style, size, and orientation. And when entering text, we'll recommend the right amount for each field, all based on our creative guidelines and your layout's pacing and structure. Next, pick a font. Use a recommended font or find a new one using the Google Fonts catalog. When you find one you like, come back here and type in the name. Then, preview and pick a music track that helps set the tone for your video. Great job! You're ready to preview your video. Add it to your YouTube channel and give it a title. When you're happy with your video, save it and share a link with your team for feedback. If you have more to change, just click on Create a new version of this ad. Be sure to leave the browser window open. If you want to make changes, you'll need to come back here. Now you're ready to start running your campaign. Open Google Ads and make sure to follow our best practices for video campaigns. For tips, go to g.co/GoogleBP. Creating video ads just got easier. Tell your story with Video Builder.
In addition to the Video Ad Builder, you can also reach out to your Google team, which can help you create video assets like the one on the left-hand screen of the mobile, which creates a video asset from images, and even the one on the right-hand screen, which creates assets on display, which is regular images from your print assets. So a print asset could be leveraged online to really create your own brand. Has it really worked? Yes, it has. Let me show you an example of how a dealership really leveraged video ads to generate 54% increase in sales on the back of a regular video campaign. They spent close to $2,000 using the TrueView format, hence pay-per-view, targeting audiences who were already in market for the make of the car. And as you see in the quote below, they had a very strong flow of traffic and the best Grand Caravan sale for the past 2 years as seen by the dealership. They also saw 54% increase in the sales, but most importantly, people weren't taking appointments, people weren't interacting with the sales team via any email, they were just walking in. Moving on, I'll hand over to Sajid to take you through how really can improve performance for your campaigns and drive engagements.
Hello everyone. Thank you, Kanika, for taking us through how to build a brand. It was quite insightful. With this, let me walk you through the next step on how Google can help with engagements. Now, what does engagement here mean? Let's find out. One way of defining engagement is driving traffic to your website. Google can help drive traffic to your website by showing targeted ads across search, YouTube, and display network. With extensions built into your creatives, you can show more information about offerings or your location and lead people to your website when they click on the ad. Another form of engagement can happen within the ad unit itself, where you can enable visual experiences either in the form of a rich media format or 3D format. On the screen, you can see two examples. Few more examples of visually rich and engaging ad units. Oh, by the way, visually rich engagement is also very much possible on search by showing image with your search ads. Now, depending on who you choose to show the ad will also determine how successful your engagement is. There are 3 ways in which you can target your audience. Option number 1, use your own data. For example, through remarketing, you can show ads to people who have already visited your site. Option number 2, you can use predefined audiences that Google offers for free to all the advertisers. For example, people in the certain household income bracket, for example, top 10%, or people with certain qualifications, example, graduates. Option number 3, custom audiences. You can tell Google about the persona of the kind of audience you want to target, and Google will help create those audiences which you can target through your campaigns. You would all be thinking that I drive engagements using offers in the offline world. Is there something similar that Google can offer for the online world? The answer is yes. There are solutions that can help you communicate offers effectively in the online world as well. Firstly, you should definitely start by creating a post on your business listing highlighting the offer. This will be an organic way to drive traffic. Next, you can even communicate offers, even those which are time-bound. You can use posts to share announcements, offers, news, product launches, or event details directly with your customers. Posts allow you to directly communicate with your local customers. It helps you improve your customer experience with timely information. And lastly, it also helps you to promote the latest store updates through rich videos and photos. You can easily create and update posts for your stores from the Google My Business or GMB frontend. You can also run beautiful countdown ads where users will get to see when your offer is about to end, thus generating a sense of urgency among your target audiences. Let me share a success story where the advertisers saw significant value by combining the power of YouTube and display. Pepperfry used display ads along with their YouTube ads to promote their sale, and the results were phenomenal. The advertisers saw 32% incremental reach and 23% higher average daily conversions. You can even make a call out on search ads where you show prices and services or offer centric communications by dealers. Now that we are engaging with prospective customers, how can we get more leads? Example of a lead, request a test drive. You can run ads across Google properties specifically with the goal of driving leads on your website. You also have the power to define the cost per lead, and Google will drive leads while staying within the limits of cost per lead. We also understand that a lead is not just a form fill. You saw in the auto buyer's journey in the first session that 1 in 2 people prefer to call. So it is important to also see how we drive calls. Google can help you set up campaigns where the end user will call your call center, thereby helping you to reach your business goals efficiently. We also have a campaign type called local campaigns that will help you get your target users to visit your showroom. Local campaigns also provide you the flexibility to assign different weightages to each type of lead. For example, form fills, calls, walk-ins, etc. And the system can help you gather leads accordingly. Now you might ask, what if I don't have a website? Don't worry. Google has solutions where you can drive leads directly into your CRM from the ad unit itself. These ads will run across all Google formats. You can work with your agency and OEM to get this implemented. Would like to share another success story. Hero Moto utilized local campaigns during COVID times to drive calls to their dealerships. They activated local campaigns for local action for 700 dealers and got 49,000 calls and 21,000 visits to their dealerships. Apart from this, they also activated messaging on GMB so that the customers could directly get in touch with the dealerships. They engaged with 6,000 unique customers and 20,000 messages were exchanged. They also drove the engagement on their GMB pages via posts, which received over 2.2 million impressions. Hello, everyone. I hope you have found this session useful. One reminder, please feel free to share your questions on the chat, and we will be happy to respond to any questions that you may have. Now it's time for another Dory question, another Slido question. My apologies. If you could please open slido.com and put in this code, and I'll wait for a couple of seconds for all of us to join. And after you actually insert the code, we'd love to see the response to this specific question. So just reiterating, please join slido.com and enter the code #Q472 and join the site. In case of any technical difficulties or issues that you're facing, please let us know. But all right, so I can see people joining in and already responding to the questions. The question was, which of the above discussed solutions you plan to use moving forward? I can see that video ads is something that a lot of people are agreeing. Local campaigns and image ads and display ads are moving up and down, but there generally seems to be a common theme where form ads, the minority actually agree with form ads. The majority believe video ads, followed by local campaigns where essentially we're having footfalls. That's interesting. 60 people have responded so far, 61. Just another plugin on a reminder, please do ask us questions also on the chat, which are related to product, and we would love to answer them as well. All right, let's wait till 70 people have responded. All right, so we have 70 people who have responded. So it's video ads, followed by local campaigns, followed by image ads for countdown offers, display ads with 3D view, and farm ads. All right, I'll just wait for maybe 5 more seconds before we move ahead. All right. All right. Thank you, everyone. Now let's look at another Slido question. Please stay tuned. So what are the major roadblocks you face with our ad solutions? It'll be very interesting to see what our responses here will be. Same thing, I think it's the same code. And now I'm starting to see responses. So generating lower cost per lead, creating assets, video image assets. Okay. We've got 10 people respond so far. Looking forward to more responses. Generating lower cost per lead seems to be there, but it's in close proximity to actually creation of assets, video or image assets. Setup challenges. It means setting up a campaign or setting up a particular campaign for a certain goal does not seem to be the biggest challenge as of now. And it's good to see very few people are actually saying they do not know how to get started actually. Again, we will wait till we have approximately 75 responses. Slowly creating assets and actually catching up. So that's an interesting observation here. Right. We have 73 responses. We just need 2 more responses. All right. All right. So the overall theme seems to be generating lower cost per lead. That is the biggest roadblock as per this. Followed by how do you actually create video or image assets. Setting up a campaign, not such a big challenge. And again, it's not a scenario where we do not know how to get started. So thank you so much. Thank you so much to all the 80 people who responded. Now I will actually hand it over to my colleague Anjuman, who is actually going to talk about measurement. Over to Anjuman.
Thanks, Ajit, for the very insightful section on how to drive engagement and conversions effectively. Hello, everyone. Let me walk you through how you can measure the effectiveness of your digital campaigns using Google's measurement solutions. Measurement is foundational to digital marketing. The key is understanding how your brand marketing impacts performance outcomes and how performance impacts brand strength. As you fortify brand campaigns with performance wins, your brand can continue to grow sustainably. If you focus too much on short-term growth without investing in branding, you will peak early, then peter out. And if you don't hit key performance metrics, you will likely find it challenging to take your brand to the next level. So, try to get a better idea of which efforts are driving both conversions and raising brand metrics to help your business grow well into the future. Now let me take you through each of these measurement solutions and how can you use them effectively to drive your business goals. Unique reach measures the total number of people who are shown an ad. These metrics go beyond basic cookie measurement to help you understand how many people saw your ad across different devices, formats, sites, apps, and networks. For example, if someone sees your ad on their mobile, their desktop, and their tablet, your ad will receive 3 impressions. But unique reach can tell you that each of those impressions came from a single user and that your ad reached a single user 3 different times. You can view reach data by adding the columns for reach metrics in your AdWords campaign report. Brand Lift is a tool for measuring the effectiveness of your video ads, which you can use to adjust and improve your video campaigns. Brand Lift focuses on metrics such as ad recall, brand awareness, and consideration rather than traditional metrics such as clicks, impressions, or views. This tool can help you align your campaigns with your marketing goals. Brand Lift's testing methodology and large sample size can provide you deep insights into the influence your campaigns have on the way people feel about your product or brand. There are certain requirements to run a brand lift study, and we would suggest you to work with your agencies and collaborate with your OEMs for the same. Moving on. When measuring the performance of hyperlocal campaigns, it is important to take all customer touchpoints into account. While most advertisers look at leads generated from website to measure the campaign performance, it is also important to look at other KPIs like calls and store walk-ins, which are also driven by our digital campaigns. In AdWords, you can view the performance of your campaigns for all these KPIs and arrive at an omni-channel return on ad spends. It is very important to make sure all of your online leads are measured accurately. As the advertising industry evolves, first-party cookies are a more accurate way to measure your conversions. Additionally, first-party cookies also allow for easier integration with many Google products and simplifies the tag management on your website. The most recommended way to track your conversions on the website is to adopt a site-wide tagging solution, a tagging that's applied to every page on your website. Applying the tag to every page of your website keeps your measurement updated and helps you to measure the conversions more accurately. You may know that Google Ads is driving leads for your dealership, but do you really understand the quality of these leads and what impact they are having on your final sales? In other words, which leads are discarded immediately and which ones turn into paying customers? You can differentiate your high-quality leads from your lower-quality leads and read this data from your CRM or your lead management system with your Google Ads account. When you import high-quality or qualified leads or final sales into your Google Ads account and begin optimizing towards these, you can improve your lead quality, lower your CPAs, and also improve your overall return on ad spends. We have data integration solutions like offline conversion import and measurement protocol, which allows you to pass your offline data to AdWords and also optimize on those deeper goals. When customers engage with Google Ads for local dealerships, they often take actions on Google beyond immediately clicking, such as hitting the call button or getting directions via Google Maps to the location. You can use these KPIs in local action reporting in AdWords. Local actions can also be viewed at a per store level under locations reporting in AdWords. This report provides deep insights on store level reach, call clicks, driving directions, and store visits. We'll discuss store visits in the next section. Store visits reporting helps you measure the offline impact of your online ads. When users engage with your ads and then visit your physical locations, we can attribute store visits back to those ad engagements. Store visits helps measure the full value of your online ads by accounting for additional conversions that happen offline. Store visits reporting is comprehensive and available across all Google platforms from search to display to YouTube to DV360 and also Google Analytics. Using store visits, you can optimize your campaigns for omni-channel performance and maximize total return on ad spends across online and offline channels. For store visit reporting, you need to enable location extensions by linking your AdWords account with your Google My Business account. Once your AdWords reaches data and privacy thresholds, it will automatically start reporting store visits. Store Sales Direct measurement closes the loop on the customer's path to purchase by attributing Google Ad clicks to purchases in store. This helps you to make informed decision-making on business outcomes while getting advanced insights for product category, transaction type, key brands that have driven sales at your dealerships. If you capture customer transaction details at your dealerships in the form of email ID or phone number, then you can hash the customer information and upload it to Google Ads, along with other required transaction information such as time of purchase and the purchase amount. Google will then match the offline transactions that you've uploaded and report sales and revenue against your digital campaigns. And that was all from my side on measurement. Hope this was insightful. With this, we would now like to open for question and answers.
Hello, everyone. Thank you for so patiently listening to all of us as we took you through how to build your brand, how to create engagement, and even get leads for all your dealership. Now, in the next few minutes, between myself, Sajid, and Jihan, we will be answering all your questions. So please do keep them coming in the chat box below to do anything to do with all the formats you heard about, some audience targeting you heard about, and anything to do with using Google Ads effectively for your campaigns. I will first of all kick off with some questions that you had on YouTube, and a couple of them that we have heard from all of you have been, on YouTube, can I target only users who are close to my showroom? Yes, you can. You can use geographic targeting, you can use radius targeting to get onto the users who are close to your showroom. While you're doing that, please use your local extensions so that if someone is close to your showroom and that person watches your Google ad, your location also pops up, the person can click and go use maps and reach your destination as well. You heard Sajid mention that in the past in one of the videos also. The second question is, how can you help me create more videos that can be used for marketing purposes? Very briefly, I had touched upon the video builder tool that is now available for advertisers like yourself who want to create video ads. If you would actually go and look for video builder tool right now, you would see that you can't be allowed listed because some of the teams are on a holiday break due to Christmas, but they will be back very soon. So I would request that you go online, go onto Video Ad Builder tool, leave in your email ID, and the team will be getting back to you as soon as the holidays are over. The next question, can YouTube also help in generating leads? Yes, YouTube can help you in generating leads. We have specific ad formats like the TrueView for action ads, which helps you create leads on two bases. It has formats which allows you to collect forms. So you can actually ask people to fill in information. And it also optimizes to get you as many leads as possible. So yes, YouTube can definitely help you with all the leads. The second question that was about how can I use videos that can use for marketing purposes, it was also referred to in one of the slider questions that Sajid had pulled up. The difficulty is about getting the right assets, be it display or be it video. So apart from the video builder tool that is already existing, wherein you don't even need to have images, you don't need to decide your fonts, you can actually use templates and create videos on your own. We also have some in-house Google teams. So please do reach out to your Google representatives who would be able to lead you onto the right teams. and they can help you create your video assets and your banner assets, even using print. Now, those were some early questions that we had on video. If you have more, please pop them up on the chat box. But I'm handing over to Sajid right now, who could help you understand more about leads.
Thank you, Kanika. Hello, everyone. Hope you found the session useful. I'll try to answer some of the questions that were asked right now. So, number one question is, how can I maximize leads received from digital and improve the quality of leads? So this question has actually two parts to it. Number one, how do I maximize leads? Number one, what you can do is you make sure that you are actually running campaigns across all ad formats. By ad formats, I mean you're running search, you're running YouTube, you're running display, essentially making sure that with an objective of getting leads, you are leveraging all the formats, all the platforms where you can run ads to get leads. Uh, then there are formats in the sense you can either capture leads within the ad unit itself, it is called a form fill ad unit, where the user or the consumer can fill leads in the ad unit itself, or you actually take the user to a website, and upon landing on your website, you fill up a form. So how can I maximize? Number one, make sure that you're running ads across all platforms. Second, you're running ads across all formats. By formats, I mean running lead gen ads where within the ad unit itself you have a lead form, or taking user to the website. Apart from this, there are certain basic optimization specifics, basically making sure that the campaigns are set up as per recommended best practices. So if the campaigns are set up as per the recommended best practices and you're running campaigns across all platforms and formats, this technique should ideally help you maximize on the leads. The second part of the question is, how do I improve the quality of leads? At the end of the day, what we really want is that the system gets the correct information. For example, if you're getting 100 leads and out of those 100 leads, let's say 10 are actually qualified leads or good quality leads, there is a way in which you can actually pass back only 10 as conversions. So essentially, what the system will understand is that I delivered 100 leads, but out of 100 leads, only 10 were actually high quality leads, which means the system will essentially then be able to get you more such qualified leads by understanding the data. So there are different techniques which are called measurement protocol or offline import. I'm not going to go into the details of that, but conceptually, the way you improve the quality of leads is to make sure that at the account level, you pass only qualified leads as conversions and do not pass poor quality leads as conversions. When that happens, the system learns, and over a period of time, you will see that the percentage of qualified leads to leads ratio actually improves. In addition to that, of course, there are certain additional solutions outside of form fill ad units or filling leads on the website. We also have call solutions where instead of a user or a consumer actually filling up a form or going to a website to fill a form, a consumer can call directly. Right? A consumer can call you and then inquire about the specific offering that you have. So call solutions is another solution which you may want to actually explore in order to maximize the lead. Just to recap, form fill ad units, ads that take users to the website, running ads across all the platforms, making sure that the campaign is set up as per best practices, and finally, making sure that you're passing back qualified leads as conversions as opposed to all leads as conversions. All these 5 techniques will essentially help you maximize on leads as well as improve the quality of leads. I forgot to mention call solutions as well, where essentially the consumer can directly call you. You can of course work with OEMs or contact with agencies where you essentially want to deep dive on the solution that I just described. The second question is, can I run ads in regional languages on Google? Absolutely yes. We support a lot of regional languages: Hindi, Tamil, Telugu, Bengali, Marathi, Malayalam, Urdu, to name a few. So if you actually want to run ads in regional languages, yes, it is supported and you can very well run ads. In case you want clarification on if there is a specific language which is not supported, reach out to your OEMs or agency. They will be in a better position to guide you and specifically call out which particular language is not affordable. But rest assured, most of the languages, non-English languages, which are popular in India and have a huge user base, are actually supported uh, within Google countries. Now I will hand over to Jehan to actually address some of the additional questions that we have.
Thank you so much, Sajid, and thank you everyone for engaging throughout the session. I have a couple of questions that have come in. The first one was, can you help with the minimum budget in terms of money to be spent for paid Google ads? All right, so first things first, there is no minimum budget required for YouTube ads. It genuinely depends on your plan and your objective. And as you know, certain solutions of ours on Google search ads or video ads on YouTube, they run on models such as cost per click or a cost per view, or sometimes even cost per 1,000 impressions. So while there is no minimum budget required, in your AdWords account, you can visit the section known as planning, and you can use the reach planner or the performance planner to get an idea of what you can gain based on what budget and you input into your campaign. So that was the first one. I believe we had one more question. The second question was, how to run Google Ads only for GMB, so only for Google My Business. So let me answer that. So, search ads and local campaign ads, these are the two types of ads that you can run. These will ensure your presence across Google Maps as well, which will lead to your GMB page. So I hope that was clear. And I don't see any more questions on the link. So with that, I'd like to thank everyone once again for joining us, and I'm going to hand over now back to Arindam. Thank you.
With this, we come to the end of today's session, but I'd like to take a minute to walk you through some key learnings that can help you in driving profitability. 1. Google has a suite of products spanning across Google Search, YouTube, Maps, and Display that can help you with all of your business objectives. 2. It's important for you to build a full funnel strategy for success that is focusing on creating awareness about you and engaging with them till they drop a lead. 3. Video and image solutions can help you build your brand and engage with customers, while there are local solutions like local campaigns, call solutions, form fill solutions across all the platforms to help you gather leads. And finally, there are separate KPIs you should monitor on your objective. Collaborate with your OEMs and Google team to accurately measure the effectiveness of your campaigns. Now, I would like to hand over to Mr. Manish Raj Singhania, Vice President FADA, for his closing remarks. Thank you once again, and over to you, Mr. Manish.
Thank you, Arindam, for capturing the key takeaways, and thank you all for joining us for such an engaging series. This webinar series is only the beginning of the digitization journey. I hope everyone would have definitely improved on their digital learnings. Next step, we'll empower your frontline teams and educate them on digital. We plan to have a comprehensive educational plan via pre-recorded webinars and a series of 30 vernacular deep dive executional videos on how to best leverage digital to drive profitability for dealerships. The videos will be in Hindi, English, and Tamil. Topics that will get covered in videos include Google My Business, full funnel marketing, which would equip your teams to understand how to build awareness, consideration, lead generation, and then eventually how to do measurement and attribution. Once they go through these videos, they will have to take an assessment, post which they will get certified by ASDC, FADA, and Google. This will set your teams up for success. Again, request you all to utilize all the learnings from this series to drive profitability. Thank you and wish you a very happy new year in advance. Thank you.